Google has officially entered the low no code and automation space. They recently announced the launch of Opal, and Opal is sort of half vibe code, half no code automation tool. The way it presents, and I've tried it out, is you can prompt with natural language in order to build these mini apps. And when you build the app, the way it presents itself is in a drag and drop kind of outcome, similar to what you would see in an N8N or a make.com. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate and do an example of what it's like to build one of these mini apps within Opal. Just to touch upon more about the product, Opal is obviously by Google, and it's them looking to enter this low no code world and appeal to a broader audience. Google already has their Firebase Studio platform, which is also a vibe code or AI coding platform, more akin to something like a Cursor, for example, whereas Opal is closer to a make.com or an N8N, but it's also something that you can prompt with natural language for. So that would be more like a Lovable or a Bolt. I think being able to bring the two together is something that we haven't seen any platform do yet. I believe there's one company, the company that owns PipeDream, has attempted this where you can prompt for a workflow to get created, but that has had its flaws. So seeing what Google is doing with Opal will be interesting to know if it can effectively create these workflows through natural language. So I'm going to go ahead and click this and start to demonstrate. So something I wanted to do, I think I may have actually seen a similar example, but if this could build a thumbnail generator for me. So the way it presents itself, you have a chat box at the bottom, you type in a prompt for what you want to create, and then it'll literally pop up on the right side or once you do so. So it can be done in just a few prompts. So I'm gonna say I like to build a nail generator to where I can paste in a YouTube URL and copy of the transcript to where I could paste in a URL and a copy of the transcript that I'm using for my YouTube video, an existing videos YouTube URL, and a copy of the transcript that I'm using for my next YouTube video, and it'll spit out a YouTube thumbnail. Actually, you know what? I like to build a thumbnail generator to where I could paste in. I'm just going to paste in the because what I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to copy and paste a YouTube URL for a thumbnail that is that ranked well on YouTube. So maybe what I'll actually do is I like to build a YouTube thumbnail generator to where I can paste in an image of an existing YouTube thumbnail, paste in an image of an existing YouTube URL, YouTube thumbnail, and a copy of the transcript that I'm using for my next YouTube video. And it'll spit out a thumbnail for my YouTube video inspired by the existing thumbnail. And let's just see what it does with that. It might need me to plug in an API key in the back or something, but we'll see what it outputs. That was pretty quick. So okay, upload an existing YouTube thumbnail, paste a new YouTube video transcript, generate image instructions. You are an expert image generator. Okay, so it has a prompt here. Okay, interesting. You are an expert image generation prompt engineer. So it uses Gemini. So Google's Gemini is already embedded in here. So I don't have to put in any API keys or anything. So you are an expert image generation prompt engineer, skilled at translating complex visual and textual concepts. This is comprehensive. Textual concepts into precise, detailed natural language descriptions for advanced image generation models. Your task is to generate a detailed textual instruction for creating a new YouTube thumbnail, ensuring it accurately describes the visual style inspired by the existing thumbnail and incorporates content relevant to the video transcript. The instruction must be specific enough for an image generation model to understand and execute, functioning as a standalone prompt for an image generation API that can both generate and edit images. You must provide a highly detailed visual description of the existing thumbnail, encompassing its subject, background, object, and overall scene, such that the image generation model could regenerate it even without the original image. When describing the new thumbnail, provide a detailed visual description of the image to generate, specify how many images to generate. If generating a single image finished with important Generate exactly what image. Step-by-step instructions begin by providing a highly detailed visual description of the existing thumbnail, include details about a subject, background, any objects or scenes present, and its overall aesthetic. Okay. And then here is the output generations. Existing thumbnail generate image instructions. Image generation has limited free quota to generate image instructions. So here are the instructions, and then here is I guess the instruction to generate the image, and then the display of the image. Create a simple HTML web page. The page should display a single image prominently in the center of the screen. The page should be responsive and adapt to different screen sizes. The background should be a light neutral color. So what I'll say is so far, I mean, this generation was very fast. Like I wasn't expecting the generation to be as fast as it was. And then it looks like you can add assets here, upload files, my drive, YouTube. You have here output. Okay, so you can edit or add in these cards separately from the prompt itself. Okay, and then you can add in, I believe, an icon, perhaps, because it's right here. It imagines where the icon would go. Yeah, theme. So you can generate a theme. So let's say theme. I'm just gonna put YouTube videos. Let's see what it comes up with here. I guess while it's doing that, start the okay. So the consoles. I guess this would allow you to see the code. Looks like it didn't create the theme. Again, YouTube videos. I mean, it's kind of taking long, to be honest. Oh, okay, cool. So this is what it came up with: generate engaging YouTube thumbnails visually inspired by your existing content. All right, so let's test it out. So we have the editor here, and then you're able to test out the app here, the mini app. So we start. Upload an existing YouTube thumbnail. All right, so if I don't know if I can drag and drop or if I have to actually upload, but I'm doing a video on Opal, but let me just see something that I like. So you know what? Let's go with this right here. Okay, so it sounds like I may need to upload from my device. All right, cool. So uploaded existing thumbnail and paste a new YouTube video transcript here. All right, I was gonna submit. It looks like you can actually speak into the mic. They put that here, which is cool. All right, so you submitted it. Generate image instruction. So we chose this particular image over here as the inspiration for our image. So let's see what it comes up with. Interesting. So pretty much looks like the same image. Okay, let's go back to the editor. Let's edit it. So let's say we wanted it to, rather than pasting in an existing YouTube thumbnail, go research high performing YouTube thumbnails on YouTube based on YouTube related to the topic my video is on. Use the transcript I provide as context and follow by doing the research. The final deliverable should be all right. So change it. Conduct in-depth research on high-performing YouTube thumbnails related to the video topic. Using a video transcript, the research should identify common visual elements, styles, and so on, and then it'll put the prompt through. All right, let's try this again. Hold on. I guess we're resetting this, right? Try refreshing. Okay, cool. Let's try this again. So provide the full video transcript. I'm just gonna paste that in here, and then into the main topic of the video, I'll say Google's new AI low no code automation. So I imagine it's using Gemini to search the web. Not sure what it's necessarily coming back with, but it's very cool that it acts pretty fast, like it's moving pretty fast, and I'm sure it's probably doing effective tool calling. So it should be interesting to see what result it comes back with. Interesting. Google Opal AI no code create a thumbnail generator. I don't love the flow pattern here for real. Yeah, so you kind of get the point. You're able to build apps with this. If I were to continue moving forward, I would probably maybe use a different image, see if it could use a particular image generator, if I could put in an API key and so on and so forth. But the concept is very cool, and the fact that you can put together these examples pretty quickly is kudos to Google on this. All right. Go back to the editor. And so, yeah, there's something to definitely try out. This is the first I've seen on the market that's like this, where you vibe code and then the output is the workflow that you actually see, more or less a drag and drop kind of workflow that you can also adjust, and you can edit via the chat box. So something to give a try. This is Google's Opal, and the AI race surely continues. I'll see you guys next time.